During this project, I had never used Dreamweaver before. I had never even heard of Dreamweaver before, and I got given a booklet about Dreamweaver. And during my preliminary task, I found it quite difficult to use Dreamweaver. But as I progressed and moved on to my main task, I got the hang of it and found it a lot easier to use. It is a very simple software once you get to know it. And I really enjoyed using it. I thought it was a very good way of creating a website, as you could create hyperlinks through it onto other pages. And I thought it was a really good software that I could use. It was a new software that I used, and I had a lot of fun using it as well. One of the other softwares that I used, which I had actually used before, was Movie Maker, which I used to make my film. However, I'd only ever used it at a very basic level when I was a lot younger. It was really easy to use once you got the hang of it. Certain things were quite hard to find, but it was very easy to overcome those issues by searching for them on the internet or asking for a teacher's help. I learned a lot about how slowing down films and how to change the contrast of video footage, and also I learned a lot about how a very basic software can allow you to produce something that is actually really quite good, and that you don't need a lot of intricate upmarket material to create a good campaign video. One other software that I used quite a lot actually was for my website was Photoshop. I do photography as well for A level, so my skill was Photoshop. I think I had a bit of an advantage really because I learned how to use it through photography. But again, there were certain things I had to adjust to and learn how to do if I wanted to create a certain effect. I knew how to do basic things such as desaturate a photo and increase the contrast of a photo via Photoshop to create the sincere, darker feeling of it. However, I did have to teach myself how to create the bruises under the eyes by using colour replacement tool. Also how to create the scratches by smudging the photo and using Gaussian blur a lot to create a narrow depth of field. But in the end, as I got the hang of Photoshop, I think I created some really successful photos, and according to my customer feedback as well, the photos seemed to be successful, and Photoshop was a really useful software.